Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, or Wrath of the Lich King, depending on how you perceive it. I have Delamere and Staunton as companions now, so I just want to briefly and quickly level them up. I will probably not use them, because one, they do not add any specific dialogue to the party, and secondly, they're not that good. Let's see here. Religion and the feat on 13 should be weapon specialization glaive. Then we have Delamere. She is a slayer. Interestingly enough. Perception, mobility, and stealth, and his spare points should go to athletics. Rapid shot. Assume dexterity. Slayer talent on level 12 should be opportunist. Yep. Opportunist, I see. Improved critical with longbow. Apparently she should get improved snapshot here, but nah. They also don't get any mythic levels. Oh, they do get mythic levels, according to the guide, but maybe later. Maybe when I'm actually a lich. But I think that's about it for what we need to do in the city now. Let's grab our usual party. I'm pretty sure that I set up all of the decrees. Yep, I have the ones that I wanted to be set. As for our armies, let's move this army up here. This army wanted to go up that way. This army, we want to go there. Merge. This army, we also want to go up there. That's going to be quite the trip. Okay, so this army, go there, and merge. You guys can go... Okay, so these guys can go to the lands of Yathwatch, and these guys can go here. North Army 1 is there, North Army 2 is here. I think I want this army to be there. Prison Defense Army 1. I'm happy with it being where it is. The other one is mildly redundant out here actually, but let's put it here. As for our party... Oh, that's what I forgot to check. Hold on. Yeah. And of course we've lost the teleportation option again, so let's quick save and quick load. Let's teleport to Treason Home and rest here.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljif. If you're flogging a fake treasure map, take care that all the islands are where they ought to be. Or if you add some of your own devising, at least give them normal sounding names. Lands of Woljif the Great isn't a good name, it turns out.
Really? Pearls of Wisdom indeed. Okay, let's go into the core of the riddle, because I think we can actually solve this now. This is the blue slabs.
We should prepare. I'm gone.
Let's check out the area if there's something to loot here. Nope. We have to go into the cave.
I'll go ahead.
These puzzles are, I always say, interesting.
I know what to do.
I might want to have a screenshot here. First of all, we need to put down these slabs. Now, to be perfectly honest, I have no idea how people are able to solve these things. You see, you can place any of them there. Or there. Here. Or there. But it actually matters which one of these you pick. Now, the solution for the puzzle, I am shamelessly using a guide for this. Apparently, that symbol needs to be repeated here. That symbol is... is it this one? No, it is not that one. And yeah, it's this one. But if I did the wrong slab, like if I placed it in the wrong location, then I'll have to redo the entire thing. This one is correct. Then we have... yeah, there we go. Does this work? We should have one with 7, and the fact that there are 2 of them doesn't help. Let's go down here. This one should have that, in addition to a rather bizarre looking H. This one I think, yep, that's correct. And then this one should continue with a double H. This one should have an H and a 7. I just call that a 7. Which will lock this to one of those 2. I presume both of them will work. This one should have the other one. Seven and weird twist symbol. None of these are correct. Or is it that one? Yeah, that is the correct one. This one should have a 7 and... okay, so these are similar. This one should have the same. Now this one should have not that one. So already this is wrong because this one goes there. How about if I pick this one? That gives me the right one. Should have the 7... or side if you want to. That gives me a problem here. So if I take up this one again, can I place this one? Ah. How about now? I really dislike these puzzles because it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. This one is wrong. That's the problem. Did I put the one that... oh. The one that goes here should have an H. Ah, that's where I did the mistake. It should have a side. This is correct. This is correct. And this is correct. And then the final one. Please let me place you down. Thank you. Now these portals lead to the Heart of Mystery, so you can actually fast travel around the map with these things. Get the Flaming Star Knife +3, Elven Notes, and some turquoise. Some potions. And pittance of money. Oh, I don't know if going to the Heart of Mystery is a desired thing for us, but it might be. If it is, then we shall go back inside and use the portal. The green slabs belong in... Come on. They belong in Forgotten Secrets. Forgotten Secrets location itself cannot be accessed until Chapter 5. The Forgotten Secrets... Yeah, no, we don't need to go to the Heart of Mystery now. Legacy of the Ancients. Where is your laboratory? Let's go there. No. It's here. We need to save Ember. The altar of Lord Baphomet has been desecrated. We will clean it with the blood of the traitors. Look what you've done. Give them the girl and will be pardoned. Hands off, scoundrels. We won't give it to anyone, not to you or the demons. Please don't fight. You're all kind people. You don't need to hurt each other. Baphomet demands blood. Spare no one. Traitors and faithful alike will be sacrificed to our lord. Looks like the girl is right. If we want to survive, we'll have to fight together. As if they would have any chance against these. Yay, mirror image.
Out of my sight.
Cover me, all right?
Can we trip it? Yes, we could trip it. Good.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
There's one of them down at least. Some damage to it, it's good. Another controlled fireball. Didn't really do much damage.
Into the fray!
I
Ow.
will see to your demise.
Stab
We're
yours
actually
out.
saving the
Why not both?
cultists.
You won't survive me.
There you go. Breathing hard, a cultist knight wipes her blood-smeared sword on a tabard depicting Baphomet's unholy seal. She looks around. It was a difficult fight, but by some miracle none of the cultists perished. That's not some miracle, that's me helping you guys. Looking back at Ember, she kneels in front of you. Knight Commander, we are guilty of treason and we repent. We beg for your mercy. Don't listen to her, Commander. Another knight, also wearing Baphomet's tabard, throws his weapon to the ground. Repentance? She was ready to give this girl to the demons until she realized there would be no mercy from them. We are all traitors and murderers here, henchmen of Baphomet, and soldiers in Thasgarod's army. You'd better kill us all on the spot. Don't say that. You protected me, didn't you? Maybe you wanted to do something bad, but then you changed your mind, didn't you? The elf girl looks at you with her large, shining eyes. Please, don't punish them too harshly. They didn't mean to hurt anyone. They were just deceived by the demons. Why are you defending them? They killed your congregation and abducted you. Yes, they killed many good people, but will killing them make anything better? Please don't kill them. You see they've repented. I know you do everything fairly and as the law tells you to, but the most important law of all is kindness. If we punish everyone for everything and don't forgive anyone, in the end we'll have to execute everyone in the world. Isn't that silly? Did you really say prayers for the demon lords? Yes. I think demon lords are the most miserable creatures in the world. Being evil is sad and painful, and it means that the evilest ones must be the saddest of all. Happy people don't start wars and don't bring terrible calamities down on others, so I thought that if they heard our prayers, then maybe they would change their minds and wouldn't be evil anymore. Oh, Ember. Yep, that's about all I have to say too. Oh, Ember. Persuading a demon lord to see the error of their ways. Do you really think it's possible? I believe there is at least a little good in everyone, and everyone, even the most horrible sinner, can change if they really want to. Are you all right? Yes, just a little scared. The kind knights protected me and then you came. You need constant watching, kiddo, Sela mutters, but she heaves a sigh of relief now that she knows Ember is all right. Tell us what happened to you. Some of the locals had gathered so that we could all pray together. Then those knights came and started fighting and they killed lots of people. Then they took me here and put me on the altar. I asked them not to hurt me. Then they started arguing among themselves. Some said they had to sacrifice me and others wanted to protect me. I was so sad they were arguing. I tried to make them friends again, but they just yelled more and swung their swords. Then I cried because I didn't want anyone else to die. My tears fell on the altar and then smoke came out of it and the altar split in half. Then all the knights screamed and the demons came from outside and yelled that I had insulted Baphomet. But I didn't want to hurt anyone. I swear, I just wanted everyone to be friends again. Of course, you'll have to apologize to Baphomet for the broken altar. Damn it, no, not even I can joke about this. Ember, honestly, not everyone deserves an apology, no matter how much you've hurt them. It's amazing the way everyone feels the sharp edge of your tongue, but you almost never turn your poison on Ember. Is there a tiny flicker of conscience in the Count's soul? You're missing the main point of needling anyone, to enrage them, and to force them to respond to your jokes. You and Lan are such good friends. I'm always happy when you two talk. Darren gives the mongrel a pointed look. You see, now? Which of these knights protected you? All of them. Please don't punish anyone. You see they've repented. We have, I swear. Don't believe the repentance of a cultist, Commander. We are all traitors and liars. I've decided what I'm going to do with these cultists. I hope for your mercy. I hope you will punish us with the full force of the law. I must say, I do admire these folk. First they sell themselves to demons, then just as easily turn against their chosen idol. I'm certain that if we leave them now and have a picnic on a hill nearby, they'll happen upon a new foolish idea or a new master before we finish our sandwiches. Please be kinder. I won't execute them, but I'll send them to prison. You can keep preaching to them through the bars. It's both fair and merciful. Praise the commander for his wisdom and kindness. You'll see, they will change. Ember smiles to the cultists. I will visit you every day. Shall we? Don't need her with me. Not that she's a bad companion. Not at all, actually. But, I just can't be bothered with micromanaging her, as I've mentioned earlier. Blazing Crown. Ooh. Ooh. That's a nice temporary crown for Caledon, I think. Oh yes, it is. I mean, we'll lose 2 intelligence, but we'll gain 2 charisma, which, frankly, is more important for him. We'll also gain that option where he will get 10 temporary hit points for 3 rounds. It's not that good, but it's better than nothing.
Follow my lead.
The last time I was here, I had someone standing up here. No idea what the difference is. I do have a different party though, that could be it. Or it could of course be that I'm a lich. Consumables. I don't know if it's worth going there. Let's clear out the area of these. The demon army coming. We'll run into our army, so fuck it. Now what? Oh, yeah, it's that Art of the Mystery fellow again. A familiar ghostly figure rises to greet you. Meet again. I will ask you a question. Ask me a question and I will answer. The second question is more complex and therefore the answer will be more difficult. I will share a memory with you and you must tell me what you see. For a moment, the world around you ceases to exist. Instead, you find yourself surrounded by a thin, delicate mist. A green light ripples through the mist, illuminating the silhouettes of people, buildings, hills, ocean waves, animals and trees. You see them briefly as they take shape, but they vanish almost as quickly as they appear. But there is something else with you in the mist, something that doesn't disappear. Menacing, elongated shadows rush toward you from all sides, and then the vision fades, the images flickering out of existence. And we have the answer. It's the ethereal plane, where we were seeing astral demons hunting down the souls that were trying to reach Pharasma's court. I saw astral demons stealing souls in the ethereal plane. All it takes is a little knowledge to begin your journey. By answering this question correctly, you have taken the next step towards acquiring great knowledge. The legacy of the ancients is now open to you. Solve its riddle, and you can continue forward. The secrets of creation will be revealed to the one most worthy. Do not give up your search. After you give your answer, you hear a strange noise like the ringing of a bell. The sound reverberates through the air. My time is almost at an end. Quick, ask me a question before the spell takes effect. Who are you? Does not matter. I have been dead for so long, there is no one, not even the oldest elves or greatest mages in Golarion who would remember me, and I doubt that I appear in any of their chronicles. I was once called the Thief of Secrets, and on one occasion I stole too much. I paid for it with my life and with my afterlife. The one who once stole secrets is now a servant of secrets, a purveyor of information for people like you. The ghost barely manages to finish his sentence. A sudden burst of magical energy surges through his body and he disappears with a scream. That should literally be it here. Half a man here? Okay. But nothing else. I don't think that the Forgotten Secrets are open to us just yet. Skeletal salesman. There's no reason not to go check out what he has. Absolutely nothing of interest. Let's try the personal protection equipment. That's the final category we haven't checked out yet. Another demon army that approached up here. Worried about it. Let's have a quick... well, let's get rid of those armies. Slightly amused that it says that the army has reached us. When you meet an enemy with a forbiddingly high armor class. Then there's the other one down in the south. Whatever. It's just annoying when that pops up when I'm in the middle of something else, so that's why I removed them. We need to take camp here. I do not know what barbarians do in the day-to-day. Running about in the nude, waving an axe possibly, or ripping the heads of wolves. But I think Maribok was sick to the back teeth of his routine, whatever it was. And then Jerrybeth came along, a magical creature from another plane. Yes, I understand what he saw in her. I could have understood it as well if it weren't for what he did to his clan. A man can love whoever he wants, but sacrificing the people who rely on you for the sake of that love? Now that is barbaric. Something is happening. Ah. The faultless daybreak is done. Does it matter which one I pick? Sure. This was the Faultless Daybreak. Get a scale mail. That would be that one. Yep, we'll take the Sanguinious Sundown. Sorry, I forgot to read what it said. Enchanting the Dirty Squealer so that we can get the amulet would be nice. I don't think there's anything else that I want to do. Nope. So, where art thou, Squealer? Issue decree. Enter here. It's not really that much we can do here. We don't have the slabs, and I'm not even sure if we can enter.
Let us bide our time.
Large map though for just entrance to cave. Obligatory skeleton with some loot. Dead person here. A little bit more loot. Not that much though, but every bit counts. On into the cave we go. Demon blood, that's nice. Yeah, we don't have the slabs for this place just yet. It does have the portal to the Heart of Mystery though. We're not done in this area yet, so let's just head on back out to the world map. Curious if I have the extend spell on him. Bones. This is where we must not go yet. We go there. Will trigger certain things that I don't want to trigger just yet. Up there is... Yeah, I think we'll go northwards here. Though it's a horrible detour. This will take 2 days and 1 hour. I suspect it's quicker to just go from Dresden out here. Wait, prison home is down there. Yeah, teleport to Dresden. And then that's 1 day 12 hours, 1 day 10 hours. I love the higher speed. The bubble mod added. Crusade, something is happening there. An event. Cursed children. Demons have been stealing children in Canabras and possessing their bodies so they can get close enough to crusaders to deliver a dagger strike. The officers are asking how they should proceed when encountering the possessed. No. Potentially. Hunt down the kidnapper's decree? Yeah. Take the safety of the soldiers must come first. There are times when war demands cruel decisions, and the souls of the poor children have already been touched by the abyss. The soldiers will try to save them if they can, but caring for their comrades' lives will take priority. Only abyssal corruption, so no problems there.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljif.
Yay!
When you're on a job, don't go wearing a big sweeping cloak. When you're sneaking about the house, you'll knock over every trinket like an idiot.
Somehow I suspect that he speaks of experience with his pearls of wisdom. I don't even know what the Sacred Lands is, I don't remember. Oh no, no, this place? Welcome, my esteemed brother. The words of the tree ant sound more like the creaking of dead branches and the rustling of fallen leaves than they resemble human speech. You barely understand what he's saying. The shrine of simple truth is waiting for you. Come in and learn. Come in and gain. Who are you? I am the guardian of the trial of simple truth that is hidden in this shrine. The servant of Erastil who annually lets the worthy ones in. The ones like you. I let the initiated ones to... The tree ant burst into a crackling, creaking sound that sounds like coughing. The path to wisdom is long, brother. Pass the trial. Read the sacred tablet. What is this sacred tablet? There is a tablet of Erastil stored inside the shrine. It contains a truth that only the initiated ones are allowed to learn. Truth is the reward for the righteous, wisdom is the reward, the award. The tree ant goes on mumbling something completely incoherent. It seems that you have mistaken me for someone that I am not. Groaning, the tree ant opens the moss-covered hollows that serve as his eyes, then stares at you with a pained look for a long time. Something is wrong. You are not one of the initiated, are you? And this dead land, it's not blessed Sarkoris anymore? My mind is cloudy. Something is wrong. But you should still go inside, learn what happened to the shrine, check if the tablet is intact. Erastil will help you. It is inside. You'll learn after you go in. Alone, without any companions, for the path of wisdom is lonely. One should be facing the god being. The tree ant's speech trails off into indecipherable muttering. All alone, in these moss-covered ruins where any kind of monsters could have, and it certainly looks like they have, nested over the years? That's a bad idea. If this stump refuses to let our entire party in, we're better off leaving this place. You're obviously sick. Is there anything I can do to help? Sick. Yes. The earth is sick. My roots are sick. What's wrong with me? The living tree moves his dry branches as if trying to look at himself from the outside. Something at my roots. There, in the shrine. Rastil, it hurts so much. Let me in. Are you ready? Remember, you must go in alone. And after the gate closes behind you, the only way remaining is forward. Yes, I'm ready. Go in then. May old Deadeye help you. Reach the altar. Learn the truth. Figure out. The tree looks into your eyes with a pained expression. Figure out what's wrong there and come back. Come back, I beg you. Okay, so this is one of those blasted puzzles again. Uh, 2 seconds, please. Okay, so the thing we have to do here is click all of these various symbols so that all of these are up. One of the reasons why I'm using walkthroughs for these are that otherwise I would probably spend an hour just trying to figure out this. So before pressing any switches, we need to go to this platform and loot the chest. Probably cast haste on myself. Then we need to go to platform D4, which is this one, and press the blue switch. Then we need to go to platform C3, which is this one. And I can't see which one is one. Number 8, it should be this one. Then the red switch, which is number 5. This one. Then we need to go to platform B4 and press the cyan switch. Then we need to go to platform C2. Is this one. And press the peach switch. Then we need to press the red switch. Now we need to go to platform A2 and loot the chest. Then we need to go to platform A1 and press the yellow switch. Then we need to go to B2.
That is not far.
And press the purple switch. Then we need to go to C3. Press the red switch. Then we need to go to A4 and press the yellow switch.
I'll go ahead.
Then we have to go back to C2 and press the red switch. Then we have to go to A1 and press the purple switch. Then we have to go to C3 and press one of the black switches. Now we need to go to D2 and press the peach switch. Then we have to go to C1 and press the teal switch. And then finally we have to go to C3 and press the cyan switch. Now we can exit.
I
Wait.
know the way.
Ooh. A demoness seems to appear out of thin air. Scared you? Huh? Don't worry. I'm not planning on gobbling you up. If I was, I would have done so right away, as I did with all the others whose bones are scattered all around this place. But that wouldn't do me or you much good. So, you'd better listen to my offer. Who are you? A complete idiot, that's what I am. The demon angrily kicks the bones scattered under her hooves. When the invasion had just started, I snuck into this shrine disguised as a druid, then waited. At first, everything went well. Those fools came here to undertake some trial and ended up in my stomach. But then, the druid stopped coming, and I realized I was stuck here. The damn tree doesn't just protect the entrance, it also maintains a spell over the labyrinth, to stop those who undergo the test from cheating, I guess. So I've been stuck here for years now, sitting on a pile of bones. A royal screw-up, that's what I'd call it. What was the secret this shrine has been keeping? Talking about this? The demon looks at the statue of Erastil with contempt. The tablet on the pedestal is disfigured by claw markings to the point that it is impossible to read what used to be written there. Truth be told, I don't remember any longer. Some platitude, just like this horned simpleton likes it. Wash your hands before eating, or maybe don't piss into the wind. Trust me, you didn't miss anything at all. But don't get upset. If you do as I say, you can still gain something. What are you proposing? Go out and destroy the tree. Burn it, chop it, you know the drill. Set me free, and I'll reward you with something more substantial than the mouldy pearls of a bumpkin god's wisdom. Arise, departed, and take your revenge on the one who killed you. Kill them once, I'll kill them again, and then I'll have you for dessert. I don't think so, my dear. I don't think they can come and help much here, to be honest, because all of the doors are closed. But she's ripe for exsanguination. How about another one of those, my dear? Actually, let's make it even better and... Does that do it automatically now? It does. It's quite dead. Having the power of undeath isn't so bad.
As it should be.
Silly demons. The tree ant creaks with sadness, slightly swaying from side to side. Dark tar oozes from the hollows of his eyes like tears. You've destroyed the pest. Poison is leaving my roots. I'm starting to remember. Days of blood and fire. Days of rage and despair. Sarkoris, my beautiful green Sarkoris. You are no more. I can clearly see that the tablet I was supposed to guard is broken now. So why am I still here? For whom do I keep guarding this desecrated shrine and its lost truth? I thank you for helping me, esteemed brother. Take this. You haven't gained Erastil's secret knowledge, but you have still passed the trial and earned your reward. Okay. So he doesn't know what the secret that was here was kept. And his acorn was planted here, blah blah. And he will sleep. I don't see any point in attacking him. So I don't do enough evil things. But that just seems silly. So yeah, a lot of those evil actions that they don't make any sense. Not even from an evil perspective. Being evil doesn't mean being stupid, you know? Anyways, I think that should be about it for this episode. We're about 5 minutes over time, so just walk down this way so I get the road. If you have any questions and or comments, as per usual, please do feel free to leave those in the comment section below the video. For now, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.